Welcome to episode 67 of the May Contain Action podcast. Today's show is brought to you by High Pass GG, the best DMCA-free music streaming service out there, baby. Go to highpass.gg right now, pick your vibe, your favorite place to listen, and enjoy. And by the way, we just released a new summer playlist. Let's go check that out with some cool summer beats you can play in your 87 Corvette with the top down, just rolling down Sunset Boulevard, just wind in your hair, and the summertime playlist blaring, so that you can avoid DMCA free even in your car, because they will find you.
God forbid you're in a vlog. Oh, hey, sorry, I'm not supposed to be here.
Part of that. Also, Trevor's not here yet. But seriously, check it out. It's fantastic. You can use it while you're streaming and making any of your content anywhere that you make content. Hi, my name is Paul, aka ActionJaxon. I am your host today, our host numero one, and I'm joined as often by my co-host, the one and only Trevor May is here.
Hello, with the working camera. Is the camera working? The working camera.
Camera's working today.
There we go.
Good.
Camera's working. Thank you.
It's a you're a hotel.
It's
Yeah, it's a hotel.
the same. I'm on the same road trip that I was on last week.
Oh, you
I
just
still
moved
have
the camera
not gone
around.
back to New York. No, it's a different hotel, but the same road trip. I'm not in Tampa now. I'm in Miami.
Oh, Tampa to Miami.
Yes.
I think Florida has too many baseball teams.
Yeah. They have too many, for sure.
Sure. Too many teams. Florida is extremely hot right now, is it not?
It's like high 80s. We just came
It's actually not bad. Okay, never mind.
from Atlanta. And Atlanta was like 80 flat, like at the max. It was so nice, but you could tell. It was like,
yeah,
we're about to take off.
It was
the surface of the sun territory.
It was 89 degrees in Syracuse today, and there's always that stage for me, that always like weird transitional period where you're like transitioning from like springish cold summer or cold clothes into your like summer clothes. And It was very awkward. I was like, I don't even know if my shorts fit me. Do I even own shorts?
Yeah,
like, what do I put on my
joggers
feet?
and so just sweating?
Exactly. Yeah. Like I wore like this black shirt, and then I wore black pants and then black sneakers. Like I was going to like a hipster funeral, and
Absorb all the heat.
I was so hot, stupid hot. So yeah, I'm still in that transition period. I'm not really sure what to wear on my body.
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Yes. Also, I need to lose some
flippies.
LBs. Exactly. To our listeners and potential viewers on YouTube, do you want to be on the pod? Well, you heckin' can be. You can call and leave a message or text 503-908-9526. Leave your question there, and you may make the next episode. Again, that number is 503-908-9526. Get on the pod.
Yeah, don't be soft either. Stop texting so much and leave a dang message.
Yeah,
I want to hear your beautiful
voice.
voices. And we want you to put you on the show. We can do those
Exactly.
things we have the power and the technology. We have the
You don't realize, I think in 70 to 100 more episodes, this could be like a really popular pod, and then you could be on that popular pod and then tell all your bros or your
I was there
gals,
before it was cool.
hey, I was on the Make an Action podcast before you guys knew about it and before they were given COVID advice.
Instead of saying, hey, do you listen to the Joe Rogan pod? They're going to be like, you listen to Make and Take Action?
Exactly.
We're gonna be that.
Yeah, and they'll be like, Paul's not a doctor. Don't listen to him about whatever new thing is happening.
We're going to start rotating guests. We're going to have like leading experts in a field. And then the next week, we're going to have like a shaman from the middle of the Amazon telling us about random. Yeah, it's going to be great.
We're going to go like the president of the Mayo Clinic to like your mom on here, just giving her advice.
This lady it's mad
about essential oils. She's like, well, I think lavender.
She's a essential oil salesman. That's all we talk about. Oh god, our guest is here. Probably wants to participate in these funny jokes.
I'm so sorry. Yes, we've riffed long enough. Let's get to the whole reason that we are here this week. Our guest, he is a streamer, father of 3, and the captain of the twerk team, not to mention a former Khmerin. Sorry joins us on the show today, everybody.
What up?
Sorry.
I was having a good time listening to you guys have a good time. I was just chilling.
Yeah. We don't usually do that. We usually
took a little
blow
nap,
through it.
Took about 5 minutes, a little power nap.
Exactly, yeah.
What we actually usually do is just stumble through the intro until it all comes around and we get to introduce the guest. That was the first time we actually had a riff, probably.
It was good. Yeah, it was smooth, And I'm gonna let you guys know I'm a little disappointed that I am not on episode 69. Who do I need we jumped the gun. I'm I'm the twerk team captain, and I feel like episode 69 and stuff 67 would have made more sense, but it's fine. I'm not the producer, so whatever.
That's okay.
Well,
that's all right.
We were actually just planning on just quietly skipping 69, going 68 to 70, and then seeing if anyone noticed.
Wait, where was episode 69?
Wait. That's the hidden. What is that? The Frosty episode, or the Frosty episode.
That's
69.
The lost episode.
The lost episode. 69.
All right, now embarrassing.
All right.
Remember our producer PM lost all forms of recording of that podcast.
Both versions gone.
Yeah, sorry. We interviewed a guest. It was Frosty, and we didn't do it live. We didn't turn on VOD, and the recording software failed.
You say we, but it's really just me.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
You guys had a fun little hangout, basically, in a sense.
Yeah, basically,
it was an awesome episode too.
Yeah. It was a great episode.
He's a trip. He's a good character. I like.
But he's like also like a super thoughtful dude, and so it was like really cool to hear that side. He talked about his family. No one will ever know about it.
It's in the Lost Files.
Very tragic. Yeah. My gosh. But right here for Frosty in his last episode, we're here for you. Sweet Sorry.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Absolutely. So we want to get to know you. You are obviously Sorry, but you're not Canadian.
Correct.
So why did you choose Sorry as your name?
So I was starting this Twitch thing. I was actually living in Canada at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to think of something short. I kind of have a little bit of a feel on branding and networking and all that. So I was like, let me think of something short, but it's like not taken.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, Canadians, they say sorry a lot. My wife's Canadian. I was like, let me just pick at her a little bit and make the name Sorry and just add the E in there. So it's like Sorry is a joke.
Yeah.
At that time, I had no idea really what Twitch was. I had no idea what I was doing, but I still just chose it, and it kind of stuck, and it's worked out, And I tell people now because saying sorry in general is a very common thing. Mm-hmm. So now whenever people say it, like in their real life, they're always going to think of me. I'm always going to be on their brain, So I'm kind of embedding myself into their brain. They can't forget about me.
Yeah, that's a good brand recognition right there.
Yeah.
Rebranding to the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super good.
Rebranding to Jimmy. Everyone knows the Jimmy.
Everybody knows a Jimmy.
I don't think I know a Jimmy. I'm going to be honest with you.
You might probably know a Jim.
Maybe Jim. Yeah, I don't know a Jimmy though.
Come on, everyone knows a Jim.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Jim. Listening right now on the pod. We're talking to you, bud. So you picked it because it was Canadian, and I'm assuming your wife said it often to you. Is this like why it was fresh on your brain?
It's a Canadian joke, I'm an American, so one of the jokes that we pick at with Canadians is the fact they say sorry for everything.
Yeah.
They're known to be very apologetic people. So
I did it as like kind of
poke fun. Yeah, I mean a little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Not anymore. Yeah,
not since she married me. It's interesting. They're just a very different culture up here.
Mm-hmm.
Lots more caring and cautious. It's going from some places in the States where they could be a little harsh. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I have family in New York. Trevor, I'm sure you've gotten a little feel of the New York vibes a little bit. Yeah. So compared to like up here, it's a lot more calm. So yeah, it was honestly just to poke fun. It was just to kind of poke fun, and it just stuck. And yeah, I really like the name again, and I like short names. I really think it's important to have like a name that's like Bam, that kind of it just sticks with you.
Like boom, like Sorry, as opposed to like a really like a tough name like IamTrevorMay. Like that's like a lot of syllables.
Too
long,
long, bro. Come on.
I'm
Trevor.
No, it's like a trash Trev.
Yeah, May's like known for allergies. Why not June or July?
Yeah, exactly. Like I am Trevor
Any
June.
weather. Yeah.
You know who never makes that joke? Everyone never makes that joke.
I am Trevor August. Yeah.
But not Trevor October.
Absolutely not.
Everyone knows that.
My one baseball joke, I'm done. I'm sorry. No more.
Right, bring it on. I promise I'll smile.
Sorry. So that was your idea to make that your Twitch name. You stuck with it. Great brand recognition. What was your first name? Talking Xbox, AIM, whatever. What was your first online presence name?
Buckeye Nation 7288.
Oh, just one of those sports
That's
guys.
what they do.
Oh boy. Just latch onto it. I love.
Bro, nothing
that.
more. No, nothing more. I just play against the Cleveland Indians for the last 6 years, so I know all about Buckeyes fans.
Oh man,
you guys love your sports up there, man.
That's all we have. What else do we have?
Very, very good point. You have Cincinnati. Yeah, you're right. You
we have literally nothing. We have Cedar Point, and then we have football, and obviously the baseball.
Yeah.
So
your major cities are Cleveland and Cincinnati. Yeah, okay, it all makes sense.
Yeah, there's nothing. Porn.
There's nothing. The shining jewel that is Cleveland.
Yeah.
The city on a hill.
I'm actually a Tigers fan too, so I'm not even an Indians fan if that counts for anything, even though that probably doesn't help too much.
Yeah, I mean Detroit,
Yeah. Detroit's really like different. The stepchild of Cleveland, or the cousin of Cleveland. I don't know. They're related.
They are spoken about in the same sentence a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just a comparison that's very easily made between the two.
Places that people move away from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I say that from upstate New York.
Yeah.
I don't know how much footing I have. Hell of a name. So you're a hardcore sports fan. You love Ohio. Have you been to an Ohio game?
Ohio State. First off, no, we're not the Ohio Bobcats. Okay.
So sorry,
hold
bro.
on. Let me correct you again.
There's Ohio State, Tech,
the Ohio State. Yeah.
I love that too. The Ohio State. There isn't another one, guys. We know.
Yeah.
But there's also the U. Like, isn't that their thing too?
Yeah. Well, we owned the U back in 2001, so it's ours now.
2001. Wow. For our younger listeners, that was before you were born.
Willis McGahee days. Maurice Claret.
Yeah.
But no, I've been to many Ohio State games, many Tigers games. So yeah, a lot of sporting events. It's always a good time. You know, you can't really beat live sports. The food, the atmosphere, the energy. It's plus again, there's nothing else to do. So that was it. You go watch sports.
You love sports.
Yeah, that's basically it. But it's a good time, man. Ohio State's one of the more rowdy atmospheres as well. So you know it's 100K people in there that it gets rocking a little bit.
There's 100,000 people.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah,
stadium.
Yep,
What?
100K.
Dude, college football stadiums are a joke, man. They're bigger than
they're nutty.
NFL stadiums.
Yep.
Jeez.
Because I know University of Washington even seats 90,000, and it's like not a.
I think Penn State's the largest, maybe either Penn State or Michigan. I think they were the two larger ones. Penn State maybe like 115K.
Yeah.
There's like I think every single SEC school is 100.
Yeah.
I think it's Tennessee.
And it's loud. Is Tennessee the biggest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I'll look it up right now.
And they're loud. Like it's loud. Like it's
next level 100,000 people. It's crazy.
100,000
drunk kids. You know.
That was like a Tuesday during Fortnite prime time with Ninja, but
it really was.
Is it weird that like my first thought when you're like 100,000 people, I was like, oh my God, the parking must be terrible. Because I don't want to park there at all. Like my mom's.
Yeah, they've been tailgating for 7 hours. They can't even remember when they parked.
Yeah, we just walk. Yeah, you just walk. You park somewhere super far. You drink. You tailgate. You usually wake up around 6, 7 in the morning.
It's Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan number 1, Penn State 2, Ohio State 3.
Okay.
Dang.
How many does Michigan
Imagine being
hold?
third. Imagine being third to your rival. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Oh my gosh! Please, PM, your favorite college team is like some Oregon community college. I don't want to hear it. Anyway,
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Look, you're not wrong.
They only give associate's degrees there. There's no, no bachelor's degree options available.
And participation trophies.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
You got to go online only,
Pac-12, baby,
for the bachelor's degree. That's all they.
Actually, they have a really nice online school. But yeah.
Oh, dude. They're not a financial sponsor of this podcast, by the way. I'm going to make that absolutely clear.
Anywho,
you're a sports guy.
Say it again. It was Buckeye
Nation 72, which is my birthday. The typical 72.
Oh, you got it.
Yep. You got to throw that in there. It's either that or your social security number. Which one? So
yeah.
Shows the birthday.
Buckeye Nation 72. Got it. That's when playing Madden.
Yeah, I had to quickly rebrand that, and I realized, okay, well, can't use that. That's a good way to get sued if somehow were to get bigger. I don't think Ohio State would appreciate that very much if I used their logo as my profile picture.
Probably not.
Yeah, so I used that. That was my first one, and then I went over to Sorrey. So, but that's what I used for a lot of. For everything was Buckeye Nation for the longest time. So, me and probably a million other.
You and half of Ohio.
Ohio using that name, yeah.
some sort of Buckeye.
Some
euphemism.
Yeah.
We talked about Ohio. There's nothing there. Do you know what you have though in the Midwest? You have fast food. I know that for sure.
Oh yeah, dude.
As we talked about right before we started the pod, I have cheat day today, and I just crushed my favorite place to eat before I'm doing something gaming related, which is the podcast today, Taco Bell. Now, where would you be your favorite place to pick up and eat if you were going to go like pre-stream
real quick,
or something?
Real quick, probably Chipotle. I mean, that count? Is that fast enough, or is that too? Yeah, probably
fast
Chipotle.
Cash. It works.
I was a big Chipotle guy, and I learned a hack about midway through my Chipotle visits. I always get double meat, and someone said, "Hey, don't order double meat right off the bat. They're gonna skimp you out." They say, tell them you want a steak burrito, right? So they put the meat on there, and then say, "Hey, you know what? Can I get double meat?" Then you're guaranteed to get a whole full scoop. If you get double meat right off the bat, they're gonna skimp you. They're gonna, because they know that they're giving you double, so they're just gonna give you like a half scoop. They're like, wait a second, like order single meat and then say, you know what? Can I get a double? And it's a hack, and they're right. Ever since then, I was like, holy crap, my burrito's got some girth to them now. Wow. Serious, I'm telling you guys, hack, man. I would have never known that. Someone did tell me that worked there.
You go often enough, and they're like, you keep forgetting that you want a different meat every time you come here.
Yeah, I'm a bit, dude. I like fast food, man.
Hey,
like,
Carol. Hey, Brandon. What's up? Can I get single puts today? Oh, that's different. And then she puts it on. You're like, double meat.
You know what? Double meat. Just kidding.
You know what? Double.
Yeah, I'm a big fast food guy. I like Taco Bell, Wendy's, McDonald's. I'll eat anything. I'm really not a picky guy. It's probably why I'm putting on so much weight lately, is I just can't stop eating, and I'm not getting any younger. So,
we are not getting younger. That's certain.
No, we're not.
But I mean, Chipotle is a good. That's a fairly. I don't think actually many people say it, but I think in the streaming world, Chipotle might be one of the most popular restaurants for anyone who plays video games in any regular, because it gives you that that idea that you could possibly maybe be eating healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
gives
really
the idea of health.
Yeah. There's guac, right? And guac's avocado, and that's obviously a superfood. And we all know that.
Yeah.
So, but the cheese.
Brown rice.
Yeah, you get brown rice. Brown rice. Yeah. Someone said that somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sushi rice is bad. It's white and it has more sugar. Yep. So I'm assuming brown rice doesn't have any sugar. Yeah. Obviously.
Yep.
And then you double meat, and then you go, can I get double sour cream and double cheese?
Yeah, triple sour cream. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just a
big. I don't think it's so much that it's unhealthy. It's just a calorie.
Yeah.
The calories are insane.
Like 4,000 calories,
dude. Yeah, it's so insane. And once you start stacking up, and like Trevor said, I'm a big on the sour cream. So give me double, triple sour cream as well. That's probably 500 calories right there.
Sorry, did you say double, triple sour cream?
Double or triple, but yeah. I mean,
you'll go triple on the sour cream.
3 scoops of sour cream.
Oh yeah, 3 Scooby. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
What?
It's good.
Double meat too. So it's actually twice the size.
Here's another hack I've learned. Okay, you get sour cream on the side. Okay, so you ask them to fill up the cups, so that way your burrito stays warm on your way home if you're not going to eat there. And then when you get home, you put the sour cream on there, so that way you still have a warm burrito, because the sour cream will actually cool down your burrito. All right. Listen, you guys want to write this down. All right, this is top secret information.
I mean, I'm bold every time, so
we're recording it.
Yeah.
So
we're recording, so we can.
Is that what we're doing? Are we live? Wait, are we live right now? We're not. We're not pre-showing it.
Putting captions. There's a lady, a stenographer in the background, and she is writing everything on a log and ticker tape.
Yeah, her name is Emily. She's doing a great job.
She's doing great.
So you're clacking away. I think Chipotle is a great option. I think you're right, Trevor. I think it has a lot of like gaming connotations to it, and it's probably the best, healthiest option. It probably is the best that an Ohioan has. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It's probably the closest thing you can get to farm fresh in Ohio, which is ironic because you're right next to like a million farms.
Yeah. Yep.
Outstanding answer. All right, very good. Very good. All right, so you picked the name Sorrey. You are down in a burrito with, for whatever reason, triple sour cream, which
sour cream,
again
yep.
just feels like too much.
Yeah.
And you sit down and you're on your computer. When did you discover streaming as just, I guess, a form of entertainment? Like, what was your first experience with streaming? Period. When did you see someone playing a game?
Okay,
presumably
so
with a
I
green
was
screen behind them.
I was watching ESPN. This is in April of
Really?
2018.
Okay.
And this is when Fortnite was kind of just starting off, just
getting going.
Just getting going, correct.
Yeah.
And I was playing Fortnite, but I never really heard of live streaming before. And I was watching ESPN, and then Ninja was on ESPN, and he was hosting a Fortnite tournament in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, no way.
Yeah, and I was like, this is really cool. I was like, what is this, And they're talking about, like, oh, he's live on Twitch and he has all these fans. And I was like, well, I'm not bad at Fortnite. I want to go be famous. So I swear to God, that was my thought process. I really thought that I was going to load up my PS4, go live, and I'm going to get a shit ton of viewers and just be hella famous because I was decent at Fortnite. I wasn't even great, but I was like decent. Yeah. I was like, I didn't know, I had no idea what the hell this was. So yeah, so I that's when I started streaming. I watched the Ninja's thing and I saw that he was live streaming it. I was like, I want to do that. So I fired up the old PS4, had no camera, and I used my headset mic for my first couple of streams, and it was a train wreck, and nobody showed up. So
Such is the story of
I think I was my only
thousands.
viewer. Yeah, I think I was my only viewer. I think I had my phone up because that's how I read chat back then.
Of course,
And I think that counts as a view as well.
It does.
So,
we all did it.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that was my first experience, and I quickly learned. I evolved. Then I bought a PS4 camera. It was like $50. Got a camera. I was like this little circle on the screen. It was so small. I don't know why no one told me. Started to tell some of my IRL friends. They started to come watch me a little bit, and then I got like a new mic. Someone sent me a mic, and then I slowly started to grow. Not crazy, nothing too crazy, but a little bit. And then I realized there was more to streaming than just playing a game. There was the entertainment side, right?
Yeah.
And that's when it kind of really changed for me. Was when I realized that Twitch was more than that. There was, there's people come there, to have conversations with you. They don't really care. Not everyone cares about the gameplay, especially when you're like me. You're an average player. You're not going to really showcase anything, So it was a really cool album. So that's going back April, May, June of 2018 is when it all started.
Dang. So you're that's relatively I guess in perspective late to the game insofar as like discovering it in 2018.
Oh yeah, I was definitely late.
But I remember watching that event. I think I watched it on a streaming service. I think it must have been on Twitch or something like that. But I do remember watching it, and all my friends were freaking out about it. They're like, "There's this huge tournament. Ninja's the host. Ninja's like the best Fortnite player of all time. ESPN's picking it up." It was like, it was like this huge deal. And I could see how a lot of people who are first time viewers got sucked into that and saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they did well with that. I mean, and it's not, again, when you broadcast something like an ESPN, you're going to get a whole new range of audience. How else would we have ever known about it other than that? It wasn't like when I loaded up Fortnite, they were advertising Twitch on there. They weren't. So I would have never known.
Jeez. So, okay.
That's crazy.
You
saw it on ESPN.
You saw
ESPN.
Yeah. Of all places, like that's a super odd place to see it for the first time.
That was a direct, like, mainstream. You watch, you're like, I'm consuming mainstream content. Oh, what is this? Like, that was the connection, and it literally point A, point B got you into it.
Exactly. Yeah. 100% worked.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. People who made that marketing decision.
Yeah, they did well. They did well.
They
got me.
So you see it on ESPN and you're like, I'm a god. I can go do that too.
Yeah.
How do you take it full time? How do you make the jump, or how do you take it to a place where like this is a consistent job?
Well, so I've always been an outgoing person. Really, I enjoy talking, and I realized that people started to come. They didn't really care about my gameplay, but they wanted to have a conversation with me. And I would do silly things, right? I'd dance, pour water on my head, wear onesies, whatever. You know what I mean? Just be who I am. And people responded to that. So I started to kind of change up my content, do different kind of things, get away from Fortnite a little bit. And then when I got my PC, I kind of realized, this is possible. I can do this. Now, I'm a full-time streamer, but I have a little bit of a backing, right? I am a disabled veteran. So I do have a little bit of a safety net compared to other people who jump into full-time. I do get money from the VA every month. So like, if for one day I wake up, my community's like, this dude's dog shit, we're done with him, and they all leave, I still have like a safety net. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of money, but it's enough to it's like $1,800 a month. So it'd be enough to cover the mortgage and some food or something like that. So I wouldn't just be homeless. So it's easier to jump full time when you have that kind of that safety net there. But yeah, I don't know. I started to get a more and more supportive community. People started to respond to me. I started getting certain messages from kids, telling me hey, you brighten my day. I look forward to you. And it kind of really changed my whole mindset of what live streaming can do for people. You start really having an impact in these people's lives in a way that you would never have imagined. And that's when I kind of made the jump. So I officially made the jump full time April of 2020. So I had a lot of off and on and off streaming in those 2 years. I really wasn't taking it too seriously. I was still working at FedEx. So really it wasn't until just recently when I really, gave it my all, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. Let's see what this is about. And it's been a great decision,
Yeah. And you are, as you said, or as you said, as we said earlier, you are a father. You obviously married a Canadian. How did your wife and kids respond to you, giving up FedEx and being a streamer? What was the initial response to that?
Yeah, it kind of worked out well because I was getting ready to move from Ohio anyways in the near future to Canada.
Yeah.
So we were looking at FedEx jobs in Canada to kind of transfer me to. And I just told her, I said, hey, look, let me just take a leap of faith. Let me give it a shot. And she kind of just trusted it. My wife's a teacher, but here in Canada, they get paid much differently than in America. They actually get paid kind of what they're, they get paid for what they do, unlike America. So she makes decent money compared to a teacher in America, which is sad.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll give you guys another little tidbit. Since I have kids, every time we have a kid, she gets a whole year off of maternity leave paid. A whole year.
Whole year?
365 paid maternity leave. Yes.
Dang.
Yeah.
She's
mind blowing.
Back's not really holding up standing in front of the classroom. I need another.
Let's have another. That's why we have 3 right now, dude. That's why we have 3.
Dude, that is wild. A freaking year. I was pumped. I think I heard that my wife gets 2 months, which I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Who's trying to be a Canadian teacher?
That's progressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
When I was working at FedEx, so we had our first kid, and I was working at FedEx, and they gave me 3 days off paternity leave.
Wow.
So, wow, huge. Thank you. You guys.
That's
really
what we get in baseball too. 3.
Yeah. Three whole days, man. Thanks.
Go there for the birth.
Yeah. Come right
Hopefully
back.
you name the thing before you leave.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, man.
Gosh.
But yeah, so I don't know. We just took the leap of faith. My kids are very young. They're all under 4 years old, 3.5, 2, and then I have a 6-month-old.
Dang.
So they don't really understand what I'm doing. I tell them that daddy's working. I kind of point at the camera, and they don't really get that there's somebody on the other side watching me. You know what I mean? And one day I'll explain that to them. But I don't know, man. I think that my wife, as the time has gone on, she's really opened up to it. At first, she kind of this is kind of weird. You're not really. Her question always. This is the difference, I guess, to my wife's growth from, let's say, a year ago to now. When I used to end my streams back in May, one of the first questions she would ask me is, how much money did you make?
Yeah.
Almost always. Always. How much money did you make? How much money did you make? Because that was her mindset. It's a job. You better be making money. All right. And now it's, did you have fun? Did you meet a lot of people? She's realized now that it's not always about the money. Money's nice. Don't get me wrong. I like making money. I know it's a taboo subject on Twitch, but I like making money. I don't care. I'll say that all day, every day on my stream. And people who deny that are lying. Okay?
Yeah, no, pay me. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I like making money. So the money part's nice, but getting to meet so many people and entertaining and laughing, and you guys know, man, there's roller coaster rides to streaming. There's ups, there's downs, there's laughs, there's serious moments. And I like all that, man. I eat all that up. And she's kind of realized that. And she's noticed now this is like a family. And I tell her about that. This is it's like 2 different families. I have my family here, and then I have my family online. And I love both of them. And she realized that. She really does. To the point where I told her, hey, once COVID's up, how would you feel if I'd grab, just took one of the kids and flew out to a major city, I don't know, LA or Miami or wherever, and met up with some creators, made some content. And, and she's like, yeah, that'd be fun. Go have a blast. So she's like has really accepted it now, which is cool. It makes life easier because I know not everybody has that support, you know.
Exactly.
And that's tough. I couldn't imagine not having a supportive spouse while trying to also make it, because making it on Twitch is hard enough as is. If you have somebody trying to drag you down, it would be probably impossible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mentally, it would be impossible.
Wow.
Yeah. When you use something, when you use something a little seemingly a little bit out of the ordinary, for like normal, what would be considered like a normal job, 9 to 5, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have the support system, it's like, I liken it to the same thing, baseball. Like all the guys I know who were younger and like, you know, dating, having significant others that just didn't either didn't understand like how crappy traveling was, like they couldn't talk to them all the time or didn't understand why they were gone all the time and like that stuff. It was really hard. So I can totally understand that side of things. And it's awesome that you have someone who support. Like honestly, when I first started streaming, my wife was like, "What?"
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know you're into you're into weird, dumb stuff all the time. So of course she want to stream video games, and now she's like part of it. So
isn't that awesome how it changes? You know, my wife's asked like, "Hey, if you need me to help you manage your socials, let me know." Like, it's really cool how it changes, because there's just a stigma around video gaming in general. You know, it's changed quite a bit. I mean, there's still a long way to go, but you know, even let's say just go a couple of years ago, if you're playing video games and you're in your 30s, you know, you're a loser. You're living in your mom's basement. You're not, you know, you're a virgin. All that stuff. You know, it's really, that's just kind of the stigma around adults who play video games.
Yeah.
So, you know, even her in-laws, they're kind of, they don't ask me about it anymore, but they were always asking like, so when are you going to get like a real job? You know?
Yeah.
And I had to tell them like, well, this is a real job, you know? And to the point where I like would screenshot my payouts and say, look, if you want to see my payouts, I'll show you. It's a real job. They don't understand, you know?
Earnings. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's
earnings. The earnings checked you.
Earnings check. I've actually been kind of realizing that too, with my significant other, my wife, is I've actually kind of realized, and this has been like a weird realization. Actually, I haven't told her this yet, but it's almost like I've seen my career over a couple of years, long I've been doing this, and actually, as she gets more involved, the better I do. Like,
isn't that awesome?
It's more fun as well, and it opens up more opportunities. And you know, the whole two heads are better than one. Like, she thinks of more content ideas and all this kind of stuff. So as I get her more involved in the channel, where before I was like hider, like there's freaking crazy men on there, like don't let your face has to be covered and all this stuff. And not, you know, not to disparage anyone who was like, I don't want to keep my family separate. Like, that's totally fine. But I have found that as she gets involved, she's like the other half of me. So you don't almost get the whole picture if it's just me. You kind of get a little bit more of who I am when she's around. So shout out to the supportive partners out there.
Yeah,
you are a huge part of your significant other success. So whether they realize it or not.
Moving forward a little bit too, and I love that that support sounds like it was a big reason that full time was a thing. And you talked about first starting, and you just went straight up onto the PS4, no cam in the mic, and you had a tone of your voice like that probably wasn't the best possible solution for that problem. Give us one thing that you absolutely wish you would have known when you started that would have just saved you a bunch of grief. Like, what's a tip you'd give if you guys are like, I'm firing it up right now? What's one thing that you think that they should have immediately that they can solve without guessing checking? That would go a long way.
You're talking about as far as products goes, as far as like
it could be quality of the stream. It could be literally anything.
If we're doing quality stream, audio is important. I really think that if you're going to invest in audio. We have a lot of lurkers. People like to listen. So more than even your camera. So invest in good audio.
Audio is way better than video.
If I go into a stream, no matter how awesome you are, and if you're blowing my eardrums out and it sounds like you're in a bathroom, I'm more likely not going to stay. So audio is the most important for me personally. And then on the other side, just be careful who you surround yourself with. At first, you know, I was jumping into all kinds of different groups, whether I even jumped to, you know, when I first started into a follow group, and I had no idea. I just thought I saw my numbers going up and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm getting more followers. And then, you know, obviously the average viewership does not rise at all. So kind of be careful who you surround yourself with. Surround yourself around people who want you to succeed, and it'll do you wonders. It really will. If you surround yourself around the wrong people early on, it could really sink your ship. And it almost sunk my ship. I was around people who were more into gossiping than working, and I like working, and I kind of got, it kind of got caught up in that. So those are a few things. One side audio, the other side surround yourself around people who want to succeed and don't want to gossip, because unfortunately there's a lot of Twitch that's kind of like high school. It's kind of weird.
It's just like any other social media, right?
Yeah, I'd like to just talk all the time. It's the weirdest shit.
I mean, any sort of social, it technically is a social website. Just like, like the things I'm running into that are super weird, like on Twitter, for example. There's these like weird Twitter, like a bunch of people have burner Twitter DMs. They're trolls, and they just get in DMs and they just add people, athletes, or it depends on whatever they're talking about. So if it's like your team and they just want to talk shit to you, they want to all talk shit at the same time. They just constantly add you to their group chat to talk shit to you. Like that's something like they're younger people.
Yeah, they don't understand.
It's just so weird
thing, man. Yeah, that's strange. I could imagine what you have to deal with on that side too, man.
But like I know for a fact that it happens to content creators too, and it, like not even just being added, but you just see these like very similar looking accounts constantly like trying to get your attention in negative ways, and it happens to everybody
all the time,
just like in Twitch chats. And people want to use it more of a
we're talking trolling, and to bounce off Action, what Action was saying, when I first started streaming, I got a hate raid, and I had no idea what it was, and it was hundreds of accounts coming in, and they were spamming hateful things, racist things. And in fact, so my wife was somebody who's kind of been on screen and whatever, they made accounts and it would say like Sorry's wife's fat, Sorry's wife's whore, like just some awful shit. They're account names. So they would come in my chat and I'd have to keep banning them. And it's, the online can be a really wild place. It really can. A lot of people want to bring you down no matter what your size is. It can be small streamers, large streamers. It's mind boggling, but at the same time, man, I don't know. I tend to kind of stay away from that. I don't really care. I always tell my community they have to go to bed, right? And they have to know exactly who they are. I go to bed and I know exactly who I am. And that's how it goes. You know what I mean? So if they want to be shitheads, that's their life. That's what they want to live. And, at this point now it's just content. If they want to come and act like a dumbass, you're giving me free content.
Hey, we joke about being in our 30s a lot here, and you don't get a lot of good stuff when you get in your 30s, but one of the things you do get is perspective. So, the back pain is the trade-off. So
severe back pain.
We actually have a great listener question this week, and I thought this was a cool exercise, and I think you're the perfect person to be to field this question. So we had a text. Obviously, guys, you leave a message if you want. Text the number. We will say it like 50 more times in the show, so I'm not going to do it again right now. But the listener's name is Junior. He says, "Hi, my name is Junior, and I freaking love to go fishing. I want to start making YouTube videos, but to be completely honest, I don't even know where to start or what to focus on. So imagine you guys want to do this same thing, like make YouTube videos built around like going fishing. What's like one thing you would focus on from each person to start a YouTube channel around that?"
Yeah.
Around
and I
fishing?
can start if you would like.
No, I don't mind starting it. I mean, for me, I would try to find some locations that have great scenery. If you're thinking about YouTube, I would try to find not lakes that just, you get there and it's a flat body of water. There's nothing around. If you're gonna record stuff, try to find maybe some rivers or something that have nice scenery, nice outlook. I think that's important. I don't know. Whenever I do something, I try to do something differently, right? Because if you want to do a fishing vlogging, there's probably a lot of other people doing fishing vlogging as well. So what can you do to make it different than all the rest of them? So I don't know, maybe it's nighttime, maybe it's something that's just a little bit different. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really much of a fisherman, so I don't really know all the different fishing things that you can do. But whenever I do something, I try to do it differently, because in my mind, a million other people have done it this way. How can I put my own spin on it? How can I put my own take and stand out? Because if you're not standing out, you're just going to blend in with everybody else. And the chances of you becoming successful are slim to none, unfortunately. That's my take.
So be unique. Find a unique spin on the thing. I would say, just to let me build off that even. So this is kind of the same type piece of advice, but identify like how you want to present that like activity you're doing, because a lot of people go fishing, but everyone fishes in a different way. So like, what's fun? What do you enjoy the most about fishing? Is it like catching as many fish you can? Are you catching the biggest fish you can? Are you literally speed fishing? Like are you just sitting there and the best part is actually sitting there with somebody and talking to them? the whole time. That's what's so fun about fishing. Because if that's the case, maybe what you actually want to do is like go fishing and then make a podcast while you're fishing. Like those are all fishing related activities with different types of content you can build around them. I mean, you could be the jackass of fishing, where you're catching fish and you're hitting yourselves. Well, I don't know what you do, but like there's all kinds of spins that are all still fishing. So like identify, and if you don't know what to do, just try a bunch of different stuff. Brainstorm a bunch of random dumb ideas, make videos out of them, and then do it. So like identify what you want to try, and then actually go do it. Use your phone. Like you don't even need to buy anything. You can use the audio on your phone even, because it's actually pretty solid. And don't worry, just don't get bogged down in planning. Get a bunch of ideas and then just go out and do them, and then go from there.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that. Don't get bogged down in planning. That's definitely something I struggle with.
Yes.
Over plan and don't do the thing. And that ends up getting pushed, and I just kick the can down the road. For me, the first thing I had to get over is putting the worm on the hook. That's going to be tough for me. That's going to be a hard hurdle for me to get over consistently. I got it multiple times. Other than that, I would say, I kind of like where you two are going with this, where you have like, you kind of have the niche, and then you also kind of, have some ideas that you brainstorm and just do. I would say a good way to brainstorm, in my opinion, is if you want to have a fishing vlog or whatever it's going to be, I would assume that you also consume content to some degree. What do you like about the content that you're consuming? And then how do you incorporate that? Like if you think about the reasons you like to watch videos or like to watch fishing videos, is it the fish? Is it how they talk about the fish? Is it the banter they have? Is it just a single guy and he just sits there and you listen to the sound of the reeds smacking up against the shore? I don't know, but smacking the shore. Just think about why you like content, and then incorporate that into your ideas. And yeah, you can give it your own flair. I think a lot of times, to kind of go off of what Sorrey said, your niche almost is like your own personality. I don't know that you necessarily need to spend a whole lot of time figuring out like what your thing's going to be. Like, I fish in a unicorn suit. Like, okay, like sure, you could be the unicorn guy. But if the unicorn thing is like your personality and that just came to you, like that's just something that you wouldn't mind doing and you like. You don't want your niche to be like, I do it at night, and you're like, I freaking hate nighttime fishing.
True,
exactly.
True,
You want to like the thing that you're doing. So let it be something that's part of your character, I think is the most important thing. I mean, something as simple as like the Hot Ones podcast, just an interview with freaking Hot Wings. I mean, it's a great idea, but I'm sure that guy loved Hot Wings.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't have to think too hard about what he was going to do there potentially. I don't know. We'll have to get him on the podcast to find out, but that would be my take on it as well. Find the thing that you like doing.
Like we've Paul and I and PM and this Kate, actually my wife, has come on and helped us do this. We've been having this specific conversation about this show and keeping it constantly like making adjustments and stuff too, for the things that we wanted, the content we want to talk about, the things we want to touch on, and make sure that we're like conveying the right the people who are listening are getting what they want to listen to. Right. Because we've done so many episodes, and you got to constantly be doing that. So that is something that you're going to be doing all the time if you have a YouTube channel and you're making decisions based on what people want to see and what they don't want to see. But if you're starting and you don't know where to start, everything that Paul and Sorrey just said, like just go do it, think unique, try a bunch of stuff and see if you really enjoy it, and then go from there. I think that's it's so weird. It's like at the end of the day, what we're saying is go do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But in reality, like there's not a weird equation that you don't know about. Like there's no secret to like, it's just, you gotta go do it. You're recording stuff and then you chop it up, and maybe that's you learning how to edit. Maybe your brother knows how to edit. Maybe you're a team. Like, I don't know. But you just do what you need to do. But before we move on to the next segment, our guest specific event, which I'm super excited to let Sorrey just run with. If you are watching this show on YouTube or live on Twitch, make sure that you are either subbed or following the channels. We appreciate it. That way, turn on the notifications if that's something that floats your boat, so that you always know when there's a new episode to watch or a live one when we are live. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Was that a fishing pun? Did you fishing pun that?
I 100% did not mean to.
Floats your boat. Nicely done. I mean,
But,
damn.
honestly, that was completely subconscious, and that's terrifying.
That was great.
That's terrifying. What else am I thinking? Like, what else, have I done? But
I mean, you're in Miami, right? There's probably great fishing down there, too.
yeah,
So.
I mean, everyone went fishing today. They're like, hey, you want to go out on a boat? I'm like, absolutely not. I'll be in my room if you need me. Don't knock on my door. Don't answer it. It's hot.
Trevor is the old man of the Mets.
Not only that, I was sitting on the plane last night. I look at it because everyone else, like some guys were sitting together, like having a beer, like having a chat. And I'm just sitting there with my headphones on. I'm like, God, I'm boring.
Just an anti-social.
And not only that, I'm so nerdy. I did my vlog too yesterday, and I was like, I look like such a nerd. But it's okay. There's lots of nerds out there that want to see it. So content.
Apparently. Jeez.
Literally, you can just chant content at people and everything's cool. So it's fun.
I like that.
But sorry. You have and our really good friend Miss Daydream has filled us in with a lot of the great stuff that you have going. But we want to ask you specifically about it. All your charity stuff that you got going with the Twerk team. So you had a stream team called the Twerk team. I believe you don't twerk much anymore, but you used to twerk.
He twerked for me today.
You
missed it.
But, just like Paul used to thrust his mic every sub, he doesn't quite do that every sub anymore. You know what I mean?
You thrust your mic?
He used to thrust his mic.
The old bat can't handle it anymore, and I've broken at least 2 monitors.
And he's absolutely just whipped his mic into his monitor a couple of times, thrusting it.
I do other things to my mic, but it's not thrusting. It's more loving.
No, I'd show my mic who's boss.
I mean, I jam this thing into a suitcase every 3 days, so that's mean enough. I think. So, I mean, I've also done that. This windscreen is too.
I saw it.
Is crusty.
Oh God.
Oh, so I'm not the only one. Okay, I'm not the only one.
Disgusting.
I just started TikTok. I'm real quick. Okay. I just started TikTok. Okay. My highest viewed video so far is the video of me deep throating my mic. Swear to God.
Oh my.
Everyone was like, sheesh. Like. Is that from the stream?
Is that from the stream? What?
I don't know where PM got that from, but
that's not from mine.
No, it's just the TikTok soundboard.
Okay. Oh, cool. There's oh my God. Okay, well, let's talk about charity, please.
Charity, not deep
charity. So your stream team comes together for a planned charity event every month, which is impressive as hell. And this month you're raising money for Make-A-Wish, correct?
So it's not every month. Okay,
It's not monthly.
No, it's like every couple of months because every month. But people are constantly doing it, and then we could promote if someone in the team is doing a charity thing.
Okay. So it's not.
This is our big one though. Like we do our big one. This is our big one now, where I invite many people, and we all kind of stream for a week at different times, and it kind of blew me away. I didn't know what to set, so I set the bar at $5,000. It's for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I had no idea. And we hit the 5,000 goal within 12 hours.
There you
go. And that was myself and Miss Daydream were the first 2 streamers to go. And right now, I think we're at 13,500.
Whoa! So just keep pushing that thing up, man.
Nice. Yeah. It's going till Sunday. So yeah, I'm really impressed. It's for a really great organization. It's just really nice. You know what I mean? To be able to give back. I never thought I'd be in a position to be able to give back so much to charity stuff, and it's that's a lot of money. That's a big chunk of change, and we're not like large streamers. I think I'm the biggest streamer on the team, and I'm not even that big. I average around 100 viewers, and then it goes down. So for us, in the grand scheme of things, to be able to raise that much money is extremely impressive, and I'm proud of everybody for doing that.
That is hats off to you, man. That's awesome.
Thanks.
And good luck in the continuing on through the week too for that. Obviously,
you're not done. May 23rd.
Yeah, you're not done. We got May 23rd is the last, so it's Sunday for this run around. So I guess what kind of maybe directing a question in here somewhere. Just kind of talking about the role that you see charitable giving playing in your stream. Like if monthly is a plan, or if this is something you want to keep doing constantly every couple months, because what we're noticing, or what we're not, I mean, it's pretty obvious, but we've had several people on the show too. Like we've had Professor Broman, who does GCX with all the guys at Rare Drop, right? One of the biggest, like I think they're at 2.6 million right now in GCX, which is, yeah, of course. But they built this company in order to do these things, to facilitate these things for big companies to be involved, just for that same reason, because the amount of good that can be done on Twitch is the way that communities are activated here is just unprecedented. Like YouTube, everyone talks about Twitch and YouTube. Like YouTube is not, the Twitch activates people live better than anywhere. So moving forward, and how do you see charitable give or raising money for charity playing a role in your stream?
There's one particular streamer that I watch carefully, the way he conducts himself, as well as charity stuff, and that's Dr. Lupo. Dr. Lupo kind of sets the bar for most of us streamers when it comes to charity, and I'd like to be there. Maybe not. I don't know if I'm ever going to be at that level, but I'd like to be at that level. Where I can raise a large chunk of change. He's making millions of dollars for St. Jude's every year, which is insane. You know what I mean? And that's that was a huge inspiration. So I look forward to just doing this every couple of months with the team, picking something. I like to center my stuff around children. So normally children cancer, children illnesses. I just, that's where my heart kind of is. I know there's so many different charities out there. You could do anything. But that's kind of what we center, what I'm setting mine around. And that's why I created this team. I created the Twitch team just for charity. I even told the people who are joining the team, I said, look, I'm not going to tell you to follow anybody. I'm not going to tell you to rate anybody. I don't really care about that. If you want to, cool. But my focus here is charity. If you're going to be on the team, be prepared to do a charity stream at least once a year. You don't have to do the big team one, but once a year, you have to do at least one charity event, either as you're by yourself or as a team. And that's kind of my only rule. And I enjoy doing it. I really do. I grew up from nothing. And I tell these guys that all the time. There was a point in my life where I was homeless. I grew up without a father. My mother was into drugs, so I really had nothing. I went to jail a couple of times. I was doing some really dumb things. There was a point where I was getting ready to go to prison for aggravated burglary, and I was 18 years old, and that's when I found the Marine Corps. And so, there was a time where I literally was nothing. I was facing prison, death. I was breaking the cars, getting changed to eat food. I was in a really, really bad place. So it means a lot to be able to give back. It's almost like, it's gonna sound silly, and I do love giving back, but it's almost like righting my wrongs. It's even though it was so long ago, I know that I was not always the best young person. I know that. I know that I damaged vehicles. I know that I hurt people in different ways. So it's almost like I want to do this to give back and kind of show that people can change. I'm living proof of that. That you can change. You can make a better life. You can be successful, and I embrace who I was, and I talk openly about it, and the charity events are a way of me righting my wrongs of the past, and help you turn that page.
Awesome. That's awesome, man.
Get a little deep there. I apologize.
No, hey, bro, hey, this show is about you, all right, and everyone's got their reasons, and it sounds like you are very self-aware, which is in my opinion, the number one skill any person can have is a little bit of self-awareness, knowing, that the things they do have consequences, and then both good and bad, and just shifting what those consequences back into the good column is always a good thing. And you're never late. There's no such thing as being late. It's just, whenever that transition happens, it happens. So, I mean, that's crazy. And to be honest, that rule about the charity thing, Paul, I, and Jen have team liability, and we are going to be doing something probably this towards the end of the year as well. Paul doesn't know a lot about that stuff yet.
No, he does not.
We actually haven't talked specifically, but that's very inspiring. Like the whole getting everyone to be part of it thing, I think is going to should be a really cool thing that we should encourage people to do as well. So
it's fun, man. And then you just make I made one alert, right? So it takes the pressure off you to have to feel like you have to raise money, because there's a couple of creators who are smaller, and I said, hey, I might not make any money. I said, that's okay. We're using the same overlay. we're using the same alerts, so it doesn't matter. There's going to be, while you're streaming, somebody else probably streaming as well. If money comes in, you're not going to know if it's from your stream or from another stream. The fact is you're raising money as a team. And even if you don't personally raise money, you're raising awareness. So creating one source for donations was huge and getting a lot of people on board. And a lot of the people who had doubts about it have raised a lot of money. I had one guy who was certain he was going to raise zero, and I think he raised $1,100 last night. As I told you, man, you never know, man. The power of it just, it moves people forward.
Absolutely. That's a really cool idea. I was going to say, make a point earlier about you kind of realize some of the mistakes you made as you were younger. We talked about being older and having perspective. And I feel like you don't see a lot of that stuff necessarily when you're in it, but when you are older and you just have time to sit and reflect on your life, you get to make some decisions that, like you were saying, kind of help right your wrongs there. And also, that is a fantastic idea. I think that would be way more, what's the word? Not enticing, but I think it would be more accessible to a lot more streamers if there was like a community notification system where like you didn't have to rely on hitting those notifications and having money coming in. It was like, hey, our team made this much. Here's a notification.
The bar is the whole thing, not just your stream.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
That's way
it's nice, and I got a lot of positive feedback from that way as well. A lot of people said they felt a lot less stressed while doing it.
Absolutely.
Because I think, a lot of us have those fears. I had it, even though I know I have a very giving community. I know that, I'm very self-aware of that. But it's still like, man, am I going to raise, what if I don't raise any money? So just having the overall goal, it really just makes you relax a lot more and just have fun.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
That's such a cool idea.
Well,
I love that.
Then what? So until Sunday, like what's left on the schedule? Do you off the top of your head? Do you have any blocks, or is there other guys?
No. I'm done. So I stream during the week, Monday through Thursday. Then I usually take the weekends off. So yeah, there's a few streamers who are left, and I think we're at 13,500 out of 15, 13,500 to 15,000, and I think that they'll hit it. I really do. It'd be nice. It's a nice number. I told them like no pressure if we don't. It's not a big deal because that's what it's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
in reality, when you hit 15, you're just going to push it to 20 anyway. So
yeah.
You're like, guys, we're probably never going to reach the final one. So
exactly.
There is no final number. That's exactly what it is. There really is no final number. You just keep going.
Can we? At least for our live stream too. Can we put that link for the Tiltify in the
absolutely.
in the chat? I would love to, just so people have a way to access it. And how would people find it if they're listening to this and they listen before Sunday?
If they went, well, I guess there's a few different ways. You could go on tiltify.com and then search the twerk team on the actual website, on Tiltify's website.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little search bar there. You can search the twerk team, or you can go to my page, which is twitch.tv/sorry, and then type in !charity, and the link will pop up as well. So those are the two main ways. I'll have my link live, even if I'm not going to be live, but you can still access the link. And obviously, Miss Adrian, she's quick. She already put it in there, but she beat me to it.
Beautiful.
So
so that's
link as well.
Also, TILTIFY.
Yeah, Tiltify, TILTIFY. I recommend most streamers use that. It's safeguard.
It's good, yeah.
The money goes straight from PayPal to them. They're direct with Twitch. Okay, it's actually against TOS. I see a lot of smaller streamers doing this. They'll take the donations directly. And then they say they're going to donate. That's actually against TOS. You can get banned for that.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because there are some shady characters out there who will simply keep the money. On top of that, taxes. You don't want to. Why you want to pay taxes on these donations? Because Twitch is the government's looking at it like you're making money when in fact you're donating the money. Yeah. So use a site like Tiltify. It's a great site, very reliable, not shady at all. I mean, they do good work.
Okay.
Awesome. And if possible, if we could get a link to the stream team as well, so we can see who's live when they're live, and maybe go check out the streams as well. If you want to go participate in that way and actually do the donation live on stream and get the hype going, because a lot of times when you do that and you're there, it creates the momentum and people start to get on the hype train start up, and you end up raising more money.
Exactly.
So it's all in the chat, and we'll put it in the description of the show too when it goes up, so that people can go straight there and see, even when we're not live. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, so that is great. You're crushing it. Can't wait to see what. Can't wait to see when you get it to it and what happens with the next one, man. It's awesome. Before we move on to the game, we have a quick MCA network ad. If you are not watching the dang Unvaulted show by Squatting Dog, you're crazy, because this dude packs these things with so much information. He recently had an episode, and again, that's Unvaulted, a Fortnite podcast on the MCA Podcast Network. Our friend Jeremy, aka Squatting Dog, he went into lore about what's going to happen in the next chapters, and it went so deep. It sounded like Milton talking about aliens.
A Fortnite. Did you say Fortnite?
Fortnite. I said Fortnite. Yes, he's almost exclusively plays Fortnite. He's one of probably the most plugged in people in that game, in that community right now. The amount of stuff he knows about where they're going with everything, and how the lore is all unveiling itself, and how to guess what the new weapons are going to be, and all kinds of stuff. Like he's on top of it, and I was like, wow, this is insane. So go check that out. It's the same place. It's Unvaulted, a Fortnite podcast by Squatting Dog. It is on all the same places that this show is in: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you may listen. It's a great show. Go check it out, and we would really, really appreciate it. PM, is it game time?
Ooh.
Really quickly before we start this game, and I don't know why this made me remember. It's just a funny little anecdote. Do you guys know who the Canadian?
Take your time.
I want to say comedian. What? I literally just locked up. The comedian Tom Segura is.
Dude, stop.
Okay, you love Tom Segura.
Been watching him nonstop recently.
So he's got a podcast. Have you seen his podcast?
No.
So this was a TikTok video, and one of his co-hosts. I want to do this so bad. One of his co-hosts. They're filming in the morning, and he's like, "Hey man, you tired?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm tired." He's like, "Let me just get some Kool-Aid." And he opens his 64-ounce thing. And he goes, "Did you just say Kool-Aid?" And he's like, "Yeah, Kool-Aid." So the guy's just drinking out of the. He's like, "Wait." He goes, "Are you really drinking Kool-Aid right?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's not watered down. It's great. It's cold." And he's like, "You wake up in the morning with Kool-Aid?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he gives it over, and he's like, "It's cold. It's a little bit watered down. It's nice." And he goes, so Tom Segura takes it and he pours it in his cup. He's like, "Oh my God, this is really Kool-Aid." And he drinks it. He goes, "You're walking around with a 64-ounce Kool-Aid." He goes, and everyone's like, "Wow, good for that guy. He's drinking so much water." And instead, it's 300 grams of sugar. And then he's just crying in the mic, and he's like, "I'm going to throw up."
I have not listened to that podcast.
His co-host, he brings out this thing, and he's like, "Oh," and it's just red Kool-Aid.
Yes. Oh, I freaking love.
Anyway, I was stalling for PM. PM, you got a game?
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all good. I had an anecdote.
I did see that video, and it was hilarious.
It's so funny.
I was laughing when I saw that. Yeah. Okay, so for the game, we're not going to do the traditional one where a winner or loser is kind of crowned. We're going to do a would you rather. Okay. These are hard would you rather questions for you guys to think about to get to know you guys more. So
I doubt it.
I'm going to ask one, and everyone's going to answer. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Paul, then Trevor, then Sorrey. Okay. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
We all say Canadian. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Would you rather give up social media or eat the same dinner for the rest of your life?
Yeah. Give up social media. That is the
same
easiest
dinner
question in the world.
Same dinner.
You'd have the same dinner every night.
Mm-hmm.
I would throw up. You would not be able to do that for more than like 2 months max.
Yeah, and then I'd just quit and have no consequences.
Quit what? What do you mean?
I think I eat the same dinner as well. Am I crazy?
What?
I don't know. Give me taco every day. Every day I could eat tacos, I think. I think I could.
I think you say that.
No.
And then you don't want it.
There's no way.
I'm an addict.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would
I'm
throw
an
up.
addict. I'm addicted to social media. I can't help it. No.
You didn't see, but you saw in The Martian when he's just, dipping potatoes in Vicodin, and like, he's like, "Wow, this really sucks." And he did that for like 2 years.
Yeah, that's called surviving, not living. No. He's just surviving.
He had no social media and had to eat.
Oh,
Does Twitch count as social media?
Yes.
Oh, same dinner, dude,
so,
easily. Yeah, same dinner. Yeah, not even hands down.
All right.
goodness.
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
Ooh.
I'd rather know the. Ooh, it's tough.
Oh God.
I think I would rather know the date, just because if I knew the cause, I'd be constantly like, is this going to lead to that thing? Like if it was like choking, it'd be like, oh, is this this meal?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, true.
It'd be
date,
like,
the date,
if
the
it's
date.
like a bus, it'd be like, this bus? You know? So
Yeah, no, yep. You changed my mind. I was thinking cause. I was like, yeah, date. That makes so much more
I
sense.
go
The date,
sorry,
and then
should I
you-
not explain?
Maybe I should just say the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of it as like, because if it's like gunshot, like, dude, every single day you'd be living in fear.
Yeah,
Like,
it
you're
can
gonna
be
die.
anytime.
One day, one day it's gonna happen.
Horrifying. Yeah, no,
That
date.
would be,
But the date, you can just get super, super, super sad just one time.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, 2 times because it'd be once you know the date and then
Yeah.
the day of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, who we in the week building up.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true.
But it would be,
Would
you're right.
you?
If it's like you'll get hit by a bus, I'm never crossing the street again.
That's morbid, PM.
Yeah,
what are you
that's
looking
true.
up? Those are your questions?
Oh, you want to know this one? Here we go. Would you rather? Okay, this is going to get serious here.
Okay.
Oh, like
Would
that
you rather
one
sleep
wasn't.
with the goat? Would you rather sleep with the goat and no one knows, or not sleep with the goat but everyone thinks you did?
I assume you mean have sex with a goat, because sleeping with
Yes.
a goat sounds comfy. Doesn't sound bad.
I mean,
It sounds like
it doesn't sound comfy, but yes, that's what I mean.
Cuddle
Yes.
with a goat. Okay, I'm just saying. I just want to be specific.
I would rather. Well, Paul's first.
All right,
Think about it.
sleep with a goat. No one knows.
I'd fuck that goat. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Flip it. I would rather have people think I did. Because who gives a shit what they think?
Everybody thinks.
Okay,
Literally,
cool.
every person on the planet thinks.
There's no one that thinks I didn't.
But if
No.
you actually,
Not a single person.
No one believes you.
nah, I'm smashing that goat.
Maybe I'm smashing the goat then.
I'd bang that goat.
All right, move on to the next one quickly.
Next question.
Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to
Hold on.
win $2 million? Okay, what's up?
Sorry, I just saw this in chat. I'm trying to read. Someone said, I mean, is the goat horny? That one got me. That one got me. Okay, sorry. Go on. Sorry.
Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win $2 million or immediately win $1 million?
Immediately win 1 million.
Immediately win 1 million.
That's the easiest question in the world.
Yeah.
Immediately 1
Immediately
million.
win 1 million.
What's
Yeah.
it literally
Okay.
the
That's
saying,
like saying give me the 1 million, but you have to put it on red.
yeah. What's that like?
So everyone says 1 million.
You should do that one
Okay.
again
Yeah.
with 100K or 2 million.
Okay, so would you rather find $2 million floating in a public toilet or $1 million in your pocket?
$2 million in a public toilet.
Yeah, public toilet. I'd get it with my mouth.
Public toilet.
Freaking,
Yeah,
you
I'll
kidding
do
me? I
literally
would.
anything.
I would
rub it on my
bob for
face
apples.
after I got it out of the
Your
toilet.
mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like a porta potty, like
Yeah.
in a
okay.
Yeah.
I would
How about the
squeeze
toilet
it with
in
my
the strip
lips.
club?
I would just 2 million.
Yeah.
I'm
Is the
talking
$2
like a
million
fraternity.
Are the dollars just like in the liquid or is it in a bag?
Yeah. No, they're like in there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like in a bag. Yeah.
No.
Nah, dude. Yeah.
Figure out
I
some
would
way
take my malaria all the way to the bank. Is what I would do
Yep.
with that.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
still
the
do it.
worst. Least of your worries. Would you rather wake up in your underwear at work or wake up naked in the woods 20 miles from your home?
Underwear at work.
Underwear. Work.
Underwear, dude.
Underwear at
Yeah.
work.
We're
I'm not
at
trying to
work
walk
right now.
20 miles. You know what I mean? You know how much an Uber costs? I'm not trying
I'm
to.
literally not wearing pants or anything underneath.
I'm
this right
always in my underwear at work.
now. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like
both
an
of
guess
my
that's
hour.
true.
jobs.
I'd be like,
I
yeah,
guess that's true.
This is me.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Yeah, I can't even stand up right now if you guys wanted me to.
I'd be like, this is what peak male physical form looks like. He used to it. Like, this is what it is.
Would you rather always feel the urge to pee or never know when you're going to pee?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Dude, the urge to pee drives me insane.
Dude,
I have it
same
right
actually.
now.
Right now.
I would just like to pee randomly, I think.
Could you like
I'll just
abate
pee
that? Could
bib.
you like have a catheter with you at all times? Well, then you're just like a catheter person. You just got like this
Yeah,
bag.
you'd have to.
No, you
yeah,
just never know. It just happens.
you'd have to.
What's what I'm saying? You just like you have
I
like
just
an
wear
insert.
diapers.
and you just like, oh, my bag's full.
Diapers.
Looks like I peed.
Actually, no. If you always feel the need to pee, you just get used to it.
Dude, I don't know, man. I recently I drank too much alcohol, and I think I got a bladder infection. And for like 3 days straight, I literally always had the urge to urinate, and it was I don't know, man. I couldn't deal with it. It was making me go mentally crazy. I was going nuts because I'd go there, nothing would come out, and then I'd immediately have that feeling again. It was nuts.
Oh my gosh.
So I think I just want to piss myself. I just wear diapers, dude. Honestly,
Yeah, wear diapers. I'd wear diapers.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that urge to
Depends.
pee is
Not
going to
extends. Extends is like a male enhanced. Sorry.
Excuse me?
I meant depends, not extends.
This podcast is brought to you by Extend.
Extends. Having trouble with that goat in your life? What's up?
Oh my goodness.
Things are looking up.
Hashtag not an ad.
How many more we got?
Could be though. Last one. Would you rather always hit a red light for the rest of your life or always get slow internet after the sun goes down?
Oh, red light.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh,
Hit me with every red light. I have spring training in Florida every year.
Oh my god.
All it is 1.5 mile lights for 10 miles every day.
Just
Dude,
like-
I hate hitting every red light.
Yeah, and I
just
hit
buffering when
18
the
to 20.
sun goes down.
So I'm used to it. Red
Well,
lights. Internet is so important to me. Oh my god.
Yeah, I would say red lights.
yeah, unfortunately, I probably would as well.
I just
Actually, I have one more to ask. This is going to be a good one.
start biting everywhere. All right.
Would you rather forget your favorite books so you can reread them again for the first time, or your favorite movies so you can rewatch them for the first time?
Who reads books? Movies.
Dude. I joined the Marine Corps. I don't read books. I have pictures.
What's a book? The heck is that? It's like,
Trevor's like,
Is it
yeah.
a picture book or?
Books.
look at Trevor over here reading books like a loser.
The brown cow jumped over the moon.
Books. The books are always better than the movies.
Oh my gosh. No, they aren't. You stop it right now.
I can't wait.
There's
for the Lord of the
no
Rings series
way.
to come out. I just
Oh my gosh. Just watch the extended cut. Okay. Everyone was like,
Oh, I
the
watch
Rings.
it at once I watch all 3 of them every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
I love those movies. They're my favorite movies.
What
Did
movies?
you call them
The
boobies?
Lord of
Like
the Rings movies.
book
12
never
hours.
watched
I take a crisp 12-hour day off and watch 3 movies.
Wow.
I eat 19 bags of popcorn.
My gosh.
I wear an adult onesie and snuggle with Bonnie
What?
while Elsie coughs in the corner.
Poor Elsie. She's having a tough time, that Elsie. 19 years old. Incredible. Yeah.
She's only 14, all right? We have some respect.
That's freaking old as hell. I would say, yeah, the movies. Yeah, the books, I don't really. I think the longest I ever committed to a book, ironically enough, was the autobiography of
Benjamin Franklin.
no. Wow. How am I blanking on his name? Frederick Douglass. Or the autobiography of Frederick Douglass. And like 2/3 of the way through, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna Wikipedia this later. I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can do
It's
this.
all online now.
Yeah, exactly. So movies, 100%. Good questions.
I think I started Holes, and then I was like, didn't this movie just come out
Exactly.
like 2 months ago? And then I just kind of just watched it instead. That was the end of it.
That one you get a pass on that one.
Holes was
Yeah,
a book
that's
first.
it.
Wow.
Yeah, we were all required to
Yeah,
read.
I think
in
so.
Elementary school.
Yeah, in school
Were we?
we had to read Holes.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
That and To Kill a Mockingbird,
Kill a Mockingbird, yeah,
whatever it
that's
is.
another one.
Yeah,
Kill a Mockingbird.
Mockingbird.
Burger.
Like a Mockingbird.
Yeah, great
Delicious.
questions, dude. You really started
That
off
was
strong
good,
there
man. I
with
like Would
the,
You Rather. I think that's a good one,
yeah.
a good solid one.
Yeah.
Because there's so
The
many
goat
people.
one is
Like,
really
all of you, who you kidding? Everyone who's listening, you were like, "What would I do?" Like that.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
100%
yeah.
what-
Yeah, the goat one really
Easily.
gets you.
Except
I
for the
wonder
goat
how many
That's one
listeners.
of those.
Yeah, I wonder how many listeners fucked a goat visually as well.
Oh
Let us
my
know.
God.
Let us know by replying to the tweet.
Good,
Yo, I just wanted you
good
to know.
Lord. Yeah. I just wanted you to know.
Hashtag I would do it. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you
we'll know
so
what
I'm
you're
much.
definitely tweeting that out.
We look over, it's trending in the United States.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
I would do it, and it just says,
Moving right along.
Moving
That
right along.
Conversation of goat abuse. This is the part of the podcast where we talk about who we've been consuming lately, what we've been consuming, whether that's YouTube content or Twitch content or TikTok, as I'm about to say, actually. What have you been watching lately? Who do you want to give a shout out to? Kind of combination, call it the old side monitor. I've been learning. Go ahead. No, please.
Apologies. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me just jump the gun here.
It's your podcast. Why am I even here?
Please go ahead. No.
So I've been learning the TikTok, and TikTok is it's interesting, man. I don't know about that site. It's I like it, but I don't like it. It's really weird. As far as I don't know, man. As far as Twitch goes, the shout out goes to the people, my mod crew. They're amazing. Miss Daydream, as you know, I know she works with you guys a little bit. She's fucking amazing. She does a lot of things behind the scenes. Keeps me organized. A lot of love to her. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just kind of watch I'm kind of just a wander. I like to lurk more than I like to chat, if I'm being honest with you. I'm definitely more of a behind, I kind of just like to hang out in the shadows. I don't really, because when I start chatting, I'm there to talk. So sometimes I just sit back and watch. And I'll watch anybody from the top dogs, the Nick Mercs or Lupo's, American Dad, is somebody who I find very, I enjoy American Dad's content a lot. A lot of my content.
Daddy just put you in the top dog category, bro.
kind of inspired. I look up to him big time, man. And he's somebody that has inspired a lot of my content as well. I'm just kind of all over the place, to be honest. Just a big shout out to my community. A lot of them showed up here and they know how important this was to me. I was a little nervous going into this, to be honest. You guys are a big deal. Whether you guys want to admit that or not, you guys are a big deal to a lot of us. You guys are somebody that I've known your guys' names for a long time, and to be on the same podcast with you guys is incredible. So thank you both. You both are people who I watch and learn from. So not to kiss your ass or have a brown nose, but it's the truth, man. It really is. And I was a little nervous getting on. I was like, holy shit, man. I'm following up freaking Collazo, I think was last, and that's kind of a big deal. TSM Collazo, then here goes freaking Twerkmaster Sorrey. So,
dude, we appreciate it very much, man. We're very glad to have you on the pod, and you've been a pleasure to talk to you so far, man. So I really appreciate it.
So far, you still ruin it.
We still got a little time to mess it up.
Yeah. Let me just cut you off a few more times. So.
Yeah, freaking believable. The last time. No, that's awesome. So Twerk Team is a great shout out in general. And again, guys, don't forget you have till May 23rd. Their fundraising goes until then. You got some time to head over to Tiltify, make a little donation. Show some
love
for those kids from Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah. Trevor, who do you want to give a shout out to?
I'm going to give a shout out to Fuzzy, Fuzzy on YouTube. He, I believe majority of MLB The Show. I've been just doing lots of research on MLB related content creators because I've been focusing really hard on the baseball side of things. Just a little update. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm 100% tooting my own horn.
Yeah.
Yep. The first vlog, 120,000 views.
Dude, huge.
Yeah, it got so many views that Cypher PK and Courage JD liked my tweet about it. So they're like, wow. He's like, wow, that's a 6-digit number. Yeah.
You have my interest now,
Trevor. Have my interest. I might even watch it. But Fuzzy does a great job. But he also is doing a little bit of recap of the day, of the baseball world, like news. And though he isn't able to use a lot of the clips from the games, which I'm sure is an issue for him because that's an issue for everybody who creates content around MLB. He does a really good job, really high quality stream. And if you're into baseball and guys with the NBA and 2K, right? There's a really good genesis between those two things. He is one of the really good follows if you're into baseball and playing baseball sports games. So, but I've been getting a lot of ideas because I have a unique experience to show, and things that he talks sometimes about things he wish he could do. And I was like, I can do that. So maybe I'll do that. And just kind of getting ideas from him. So I want to give him some love. He does a really good job and has grown a lot. And Fuzzy, Fuzzy.
I've heard more and more about him, and my brother-in-law loves him. Loves that content. So
nice.
He's not even super into baseball, but he just likes his content. So that's cool you mentioned him. My shout out this week is actually is different than usual. So, as some of you know, my wife and I, Tirza, went over to visit Trevor and Kate in New York, right as they were moving in, and hung out with them. And it was great for a couple of reasons, least of which is we got to bed very early. It was great. Got to bed on time.
We went to bed so early.
We went to bed at like 10 every day. It was actually kind of magical. I was like, are we all tired?
We slept so much.
We're
We'd look
gonna
at
go
each
to
other
bed.
like, you want to watch one more episode, or as we're standing up?
Yeah, so it was so good. And then one of the things we would do, the only time I think we said like even remotely late is when we were like just scrolling through TikTok and you mirrored your screen on the TV. And we were just like going through TikTok to TikTok. And my wife and I have now started doing that. Like, so it's at the end of the night and she's like, you want to watch TikToks? And I'm like, yeah, dude. So we just go through and watch TikToks. Like, I'll just put them on the TV and it's hilarious. We have actually a great time doing that. And one of the guys that we look forward to seeing the most he's a pretty popular one. He's a very popular one, actually. But Kabi, I think it's Lame, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. It's KHABY.LAME. He's the guy that does the whole, it's hard to do it just audio, but you've seen the video of like someone making a handle out of zip ties and putting it around a
the guy who just shows how
he just like
that is.
Yeah, he just like motions to things. It doesn't actually say a word. Yeah, very hard to show you if you're not actually watching the video. Hilarious.
He had one with like 20 million. I'm like, come on,
dude. Yeah,
because the video he was making fun of wasn't very clearly not remotely serious.
Exactly.
So I was just like, 20 million likes.
Yeah. He just finds these videos of ridiculous, outrageous things that people do that are just clearly for shock value. Like there's not actually a functional reason to do it. And he makes fun of it by just looking at it and doing the thing that's the easiest way to do it. And he has this face. It's his face that's just so good.
I think he's French. I think he's from France.
I think he is, and I think he lives in Africa right now. I think
okay, or maybe in Africa.
He hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't. At least in his videos, specified that I've seen exactly where. But yeah. Anyway, he is hilarious. I love watching his videos. And I've been liking TikTok, which is weird. I've been scrolling.
Maybe it's because you've trained your algorithm now to give you a bunch of stuff you like, as opposed to all the weird stuff that people are afraid of.
Yeah,
you just have to you just got to weed it out, and once you get there, like I have is Donnie lookalikes and Tom Segura podcast. Yeah.
That video of the cat looks just like Donnie punching those two kittens.
I found this kid I follow, man. He all he does is make his dad uncomfortable, and it's the funniest thing. Got a whole billboard.
Yes,
his dad, and it's like an erectile dysfunction thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I have seen that. Yes,
me up so much, man. The things he like trying to get my dad to show me day whatever, and he does like something outrageous, and it's so hilarious.
And the dad doesn't look
fired up. His dad actually looks pissed off. Yeah, it looks like he actually hates it, and that's what makes it that much better. You know, because a lot of TikTok is staged. And I like that shit, you know what I mean? The real acting, not the fake stuff. The one where it's like, this is live, you know, this is really how my dad's feeling. He's pissed off.
Yeah, where the dad really hates his son. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, like literally hates his son. Yeah.
That real hate that you love to see.
Better. Yeah. A real father-son hate.
Exactly.
And Paul, did you see the one from the guy you mentioned of the Dyson vacuum?
No.
Have you seen that one? So like he's there's a TikTok where like you add like a paper towel roll to the end of a vacuum to get the corner perfectly with like a whole bunch of rubber bands. This whole thing. He walks in with the vacuum and just sticks it in the corner and he just goes and just walks away. And I'm just like, what? It was hilarious.
He does them so good. He
just sits there with his mouth.
Oh. He's got the most perfect disappointed face.
He did the guy made the 3D printed like Xbox controller holder like at the bottom of his little shelf, and he like slides it in. He's like, "See, show," and then he shows it. And he just has it. And he does his face, and he just sets his controller down on the desk.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
yeah. So it's that guy. He's like, just put it down.
I know that one is. Yeah, he just puts it down. Like, yeah, me too.
Oh,
that's yes.
God, put it on the shelf.
I watched that one recently.
He does a bunch of ones with mumble rappers too, where he just like he's the producer sitting there with his headphones on, listening to this guy mumble for like a couple seconds, and he puts his headphones on and walks away, and then all of a sudden the rapper like drops fire like lyrics, and he's like, "Oh shit, okay," and he comes back.
TikTok, I like love that site and I hate it at the same time. So really,
all right, well, we could talk. We could literally describe TikToks to you for the next.
What's wrong with that, Trevor? It's
forever.
our podcast. We do what
You're
we
right.
want.
It is just an audio version of us describing it.
We're
We're going to do spin-off podcasts of that. And if we had any more time to do
Oh
another
my gosh.
podcast, we would.
TikToks.
Just and I might be overpromising before I go into the outro and we take off and let you move on with your lives. We might have a special edition pod coming up soon. People have said they would like to do it, and it may or may not have something to do with Milton T-Pipe One.
Oh no.
And alls I want is to get Paul reactions.
I don't want
for
to
this
listen.
for a special edition. We don't know when it's going to be, but
When is
we're
it?
working on it.
When is
We don't
busy.
know.
Busy.
We don't know. You're going to be there.
That's
We
what's
need
going
you
on.
to ask questions. But so stay tuned for that. But sorry, thanks for coming. We really appreciate
Thanks for
having you.
having me.
We guys, we have two ways for you to get on the pod. We talked about this in the intro. Now it's in the outro. In addition to the review of the week, you can also use our phone number, 503-908-9526. You may have your question asked on the next episode. We would love it if it were your voice. Please say your name at the beginning so that we can put the recording up, because we love having you guys on. That is something that we really enjoy doing. But if you want to send in the text, we've actually used 2 text messages in this episode, so that is another option. But please leave an actual message. Before we go, huge shout out to a review of the week. This one comes via text message. I know, I didn't know we could do that either. They actually forgot their name, so their name's anonymous now. But says, "Hello, Paul, Trevor, PM, and guests. You all asked me to use this number, so here's my text message of encouragement. I'm a big fan of yours. I don't find Tarkov very interesting to watch, but I still tune in to all your guys' streams because I enjoy you guys. So I encourage you to play whatever you want. We've been really enjoying the variety stuff like Apex and behind the baseball scene content. Keep it up." Smiley face.
Nice.
Thank you,
Slightly
anonymous.
backhanded. Just
What a nice
Slightly
message from
backhanded.
Emily. Holy crap.
Backhanded reviews are my favorite.
Tarkov
Yeah.
is the worst.
Okay,
However, I'm not
you're
going anywhere.
You're kind of cute. You're kind of cute, Paul. Kind of cute.
Yeah, you're kinda
For,
cute.
for a short guy.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You're kind of cute. Imagine if you were 6'2" and you're like, excuse me?
I know why this came about me. We can-
Yeah, I don't know why we went there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
This is the May Contain Action podcast. You can listen to major carriers of podcasts, including Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Watch the video on YouTube. 5-star ratings, thumbs up, all the good stuff. Whatever weird interaction thing they're going to add next in order to capture our intent and then sell it to large corporations to give us advertisements. Do that.
Wow.
Sorry for leaving you on that note. And also go follow May Contain Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and May Contain Action on TikTok. We have our own TikTok, a bunch of funny clips here. And we got more stuff down the pipeline there. So make sure you're following.
Speaking of Twitter, real quick, want to update the listeners. 56% of people said they would sleep with the goat.
Oh,
Okay.
Interesting.
okay.
All right.
Thank
After
God.
the
Thank
goat
God. We're really leaving
the
you
goat.
on a positive note here, guys.
Sleep with
Sorry. Where can people find you? Plug all your stuff.
Well, Twitch is just Sorrey, SORREY. Twitter, Sorrey TV, because the owner of Sorrey is Jackass.
Stories all the time.
Yep.
Sorrey TV on Instagram as well, and then Sorrey on Twitch, on TikTok. So kind of just all over the place, but for the most part, it's just Sorrey, SORREY on Twitch is the main place that you can find me.
Awesome.
Come hang out sometime. Have an amazing, loving community. Shout out to them as well. I noticed they gave you a hype train, which is pretty dope, man. That was cool to see.
Heck yeah.
So thank you guys for blessing the community that way as well, man, and helping these guys out and showing up. It's really cool of you guys.
Yay. That was perfect. That was a perfect time to use that. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
That was the pod for the week, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.